Hey, what's going on, everybody? So today we're going to be going over audio settings, best preferences, and kind of, the best settings that I have found in my 100 plus days played in Sea of Thieves. Now, 100 plus days actually means nothing. These settings are preferences, so it's what you prefer, but I'm going to get into it and I'm going to show you guys what I prefer. Now, starting off here, we're going to go on down to audio and settings. You're going to go to master volume here. Master volume is pretty self-explanatory. Unless you're doing some crazy stuff, and you have a crazy setup, you're probably just going to want that at 100. Our music volume, we are going to drop down to 65, as I don't feel the music is really all that relevant, aside from maybe like an audio cue such as the Megalodon. Moving on down to shanty volume, another one that I really feel is even more, useless than the music. You don't need to hear the shanties. And they can honestly be extremely loud and obnoxious, especially when you're trying to listen for somebody trying to board or shooting out of their cannon. Which leads us on down into sound effects volume. Sound effects volume, you are going to want to max sound effects volume out. The sound effects volume, that's going to give you audio cues and make it much more noticeable and loud when somebody boards your boat or they shoot out of a cannon or anything, a keg blowing up. I mean, it's a sound effects volume. You want that maxed. And that's why you want to bring the other guys down, is so you can actually really hear those sound effects. Now, moving on down to audio output and crew chat output. Those are going to want to be set on headphones, as mono is actually one channel, which means that the same audio will be coming through both headpieces, if you don't know what mono means. Having it on headphone settings means that each headphone, left and right individually, is capturing a different, audio, so it'll sound like, if you have somebody on your left side, you're going to hear it coming from the left. So you definitely want to have that on headphones. That's pretty standard, and that should become in default. Now, going on down to proximity chat volume, you're going to want this one at 100 as well, whether you talk in game chat, anything. I'll show you another setting here in just a minute, but you can actually put on speech to text. So even if you're an Xbox player, console player, you can still be notified if somebody's in the water, let's say, and they're hot micing. You'll be able to know even if you're in a party, because it's going to show up in your top left corner of your screen, and you'll actually be able to see what they said. It might not translate it right, but you'll at least know that somebody's there, and they might have actually just did it on mistake. You might have a tucker, so that's just another thing that might help you. Now, that's pretty much it for most of the overall big audio settings. Like I said, I'm going to show you how to put the speech to text on. But the last one down here is going to be, where is it at here? The wheel turning. This is a new one. Now, I currently have it off, but you can turn it on. I mean, it's up to you. It's just a preference. So what it is when the wheel is in dead center and you hear the notching, and I'll go ahead and show you guys that. I'll put a clip in here. Go ahead and cue that right now. So now that you guys saw that clip, you guys get what I'm talking about. And what this setting is turned on means that every time you go to a different spoke on the wheel, it's going to make an audio cue. So I don't really find it necessary. I think it's just good enough, just one audio cue for the center. That's good enough for me. So as I told you guys, one last thing here, speech to text. I'm going to show you how to turn that on, and it's going to be all the way at the bottom. Right now, my screen, my picture is actually blocking it. It's going to be right at the very bottom underneath me there. So you're going to go here, and then we're going to go on down under the text and speech, and then you're going to see speech to text right here, and you want that enabled. Now, I don't have text to speech on because that becomes extremely annoying. Anything that gets put in chat will automatically have, a robot talking to you. It is horrible. Now, guys, that concludes everything for my audio settings here. If you guys did enjoy, I'd greatly appreciate a like, as that'll help get the video out there. Check out the channel. We have tons of other content. I have how to double gun, lots of other tips, just general PvP videos, and some funny content, as well as shorts that I post weekly. So if you guys enjoyed, appreciate a sub, and catch you out there on the seas. Have a good one, guys.